Hello everyone, this is Si Wing Yi from Integrated Financial Solutions. Thank you for listening to this particular audio recording of another topic on credit restoration and credit system. And, uh, and today's topic will be how to use the QWR dispute strategy to remove foreclosures, short sales, and mortgage rates from your credit report. Uh, QWR, by the way, means qualified written letter requests, actually. All right, so let me give you some additional details as I go through this particular audio PowerPoint. And the whole key is to, the traditional method of removing negative credit information is, credit bureau dispute, right? You go through the credit, identify the Section 611 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. If a consumer were to convey a dispute through the credit bureau, by law, within 30 days, the credit bureau and the data furniture, whoever reporting the foreclosure or short sale or late payment, they only have 30 days to respond to the consumer dispute through the credit bureau. And if the dispute, if the data furniture, the original source of the reporting, the mortgage company that is, if they can't, for whatever reason, verify the nature of the dispute within approximately 30 days, again, the credit law required that the information will be removed from the credit report, meaning the foreclosures and short sales and mortgage late. So that's a traditional method of dispute. Another way to dispute and potentially remove foreclosures and short sales and mortgage late is what you're going to learn for the next 5 minutes. Is how to use the qualified written request dispute strategy and to cause a removal. Although it's not 100% guarantee, but it's another tool, another strategy to dispute and contest to remove the foreclosure from your credit report. All right, so just follow me and let's for the next slide. All right, so the next slide, the company that actually owns the mortgage, can be difficult to determine, as we all know, based on what's going on with the mortgage crisis. Oftentimes, the lender they sell the loan from one company to another. So we all been hearing about the robo signer debacle and all kinds of violations that were committed by the lender, by the mortgage company in the last few years as a result of the mortgage crisis. So therefore, the company that actually owns the mortgage can be difficult to determine, which is good for us, for consumers. So therefore, this QWR strategy, we apply the applicable consumer laws, which is part of it is the RESPA violation, Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. You apply this law with the QWR qualified written request, and then of course in conjunction you apply the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 611, as I alluded to you earlier, and then the Fair and Accurate Credit Transaction Act as well. So it's just all tremendous tools available for the consumer to improve their credit. So therefore, this law protects the consumer against unlawful practices in mortgage lending, namely the RESPA violation. So if a consumer feels that there could be an issue with the servicing of their loan, they can send a qualified written request. It's a written letter, about 100 and 200 words. I don't particularly have that letter next to me to show you, but don't worry about that. That'll come later on. So it's called qualified written request, QWR. You just submit the letter to the servicer or the lender. All right, the original holder of the loan of the note. Then by law, the servicer, the original lender, the lender holding the note, with respect to the foreclosure or short sale or mortgage late, will need to acknowledge the receipt of the qualified written request within 20 days. All right. Then the lender must respond within 60 days of the receipt. All right. So within 30 days, what do you mean by they have to respond? They have to respond. They have to do their own investigation to ensure that the loan is valid, that could be or substantiated or documented correctly, right? That they are able to find the note that caused the mortgage to be created at the time of the closing of the escrow. All right. So what is the consumer's objective when submitting a QWR? It is to make it difficult for the lender or the servicers to obtain or substantiate those original loan documentation. Prove it or remove it from the credit report. Okay? And then, of course, dispute to the credit bureaus as well as directly to the creditor. So it's a three-pronged attack. Write the letter, directly. Write the QWR letter directly to the original lender, and then at the same time, on a simultaneous basis, conduct a properly written dispute to all three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and go through the 30-day investigation on the credit bureau dispute end to verify the debt, prove it or remove it, right? Using the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 611 on the credit bureau dispute side of it, and then use the QWR dispute strategy using the 60 days investigation time frame. All right, so and very, very powerful. Okay, so again, this strategy has proven effective for foreclosures and short sales of mortgages with multiple late payments. So in light of this severity of what's going on in the real estate foreclosure crisis, and the fact that the banks and the lenders are so incompetent in the way they document those loan documents, I believe in the next few years, even more than a few years, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity for consumer that are negatively impacted with this crisis, with having their houses being foreclosed and forced to sell their home on a short sale, and then forced to have a mortgage late on reports. I mean, the mortgage late oftentimes come from the loan modification scenario, right? You know how it is when, in order to qualify for loan modification, right, the lender require the borrower to be intentionally late just to prove hardship, 30 days or 60 days late. So that's very unfair, even though the borrower have the ability to pay on time. But so yeah, everything's just is not fair if you on a credit system, and I don't want the consumer to be hurt by it. Anyway, let's go on. A lender or a servicer will often ignore the request for documents and simply delete the entry in entirety to avoid having to comply with the document request. So that's how it goes, right? They have 30 days to respond. They have with the credit reporting dispute. They have 6 days to respond with the QWR dispute. So very powerful combination of a consumer dispute to potentially cause a removal of those various mortgage information. All right, so this is just one tidbit I'm providing to you from time to time. The next recording I will discuss another topic. So this is my goal is to make the credit information or allow you to educate yourself, and really as a consumer, know your rights, know the laws, and if your consumer credit rights are being violated, then you have the tools and education necessary to fight back and to restore your credit when you deserve. All right. So with that said, I promise you this is a very very short video, and so hopefully you receive a lot of value from this. And for more information, you can contact me, Si Wing Yi. I'm the credit advisor, credit consultant, expert. My number is, as you can see right here, 510-552-0726. Or you can email me as siwingyi@integratedfinancialsolutions.com. And my website, www.integratedfinancialsolutions.com. So with that in mind, thank you for listening, and good luck, and looking forward to hearing from all you all. Thank you. Goodbye.